Hi. How are you? I'm great. Hello. Would you have time for an interview?
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for stopping.
Okay.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Jackie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I have 5-minute chats with people. I set a timer.
Okay.
And we explore a belief that you're sure is true.
Okay.
So you're really sure that when you pray to God, the God's listening.
Okay.
Or you think karma's real. Or you check your horoscopes because you think it's going to give you a good idea of what the week's going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can talk about like a political issue or something like that.
Mm.
Do you want to do a chat? Not politics?
Not politics.
Do you want to do a supernatural chat?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love supernatural
Me
chats.
too.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you always liked supernatural stuff?
Yes.
That's cool. Are you okay if I record the discussion?
Would it be bad if I said no? Does it have to be recorded?
It doesn't have to be, but I prefer it because then I could share examples on my channel. I could blur your face, or I can do audio only.
Audio only would be fine.
Can I just keep this pointed down at your feet?
Yeah.
Can I do video with it going at your feet, or you want just audio only?
It doesn't matter. That one doesn't matter.
You're okay with video at your feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. If you change your mind, let me know. Did you say your name was Jackie?
Yes.
Okay. How do I spell it?
Jackie.
Okay. All right, so you like talking about the supernatural stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite supernatural topic that you really think is true? Out of all the supernatural beliefs that you might hold, what is the one that tends to impact you the most?
Just like a spirit or like a being near or around me or something, you know?
Okay.
So I guess a ghost.
Okay. Is there a spirit or a ghost around you right now?
No.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
I would hope not.
Oh, why? Are they bad?
No. Depends.
Okay. What exactly is a spirit or a ghost? Because I have this idea of it, but it might be completely off from what you're thinking of.
Just like the presence of someone being there and they're not there.
Ghost is a presence of someone?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the presence of someone always somebody that you know?
No.
Or knew?
No.
Okay. You and I have probably never met. I don't think I've ever met Abraham Lincoln.
Okay.
Could you experience the presence of Abraham Lincoln?
I think you could. I don't think I have, but I think you could.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about the spirit that you've experienced.
Okay.
All right. But before we do that, I think I kind of know what you believe.
Okay.
But can I get a sense of how sure you are that what you are experiencing really is a ghost? It's a presence of someone?
What do you? I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Like how sure are you? 0 to 100. 100% would be there's no question in my mind. It's a fact. 0% would be like I don't think it's true at all.
Maybe like 60, 65.
Okay. Yep. So you're roughly 65% confident that there's these ghosts and presence, spiritual presence about you. Okay. What leads you to that conclusion? Why do you think it's true?
There's just too many things that have happened to me.
Okay.
And I don't have any explanation for them. They're not bad, but there's just things I can't explain to anyone.
Okay. Things you can't explain.
Yeah.
Do you have a good example?
I have plenty.
What's the best one? What's the most convincing one that you have?
The most convincing one was in not my previous apartment, but I've lived in too many apartments. But the one previous to my last one, it used to be like, it would get really hot because my bed was like right in front of the window, and so my bed would get really hot. So I would always wake up like just because it was so hot. So one night I made sure to turn on the ceiling fan before I went to sleep. When I woke up, I was like, oh my god, it's so hot. And I looked up, my ceiling fan was off.
Oh. Okay.
And like I went to the switch, because there's 2 switches, one for the light and one for the fan, and the switch was on.
Okay.
And then I turned them both off, and like I turned it back on, and it was working fine.
And it worked. Okay. All right, so if I understand right, the best explanation why you can say you're 65% sure that there's an entity is because one morning you woke up very hot. You were sure that you had your fan going before you went to bed.
Yeah.
It was off, and then when you checked the switches, and I know there's these odd combinations of like the thing has to be pulled and then whatever, right? There's like 3 different variables here, at least. And then it was off, and then you thought that that was an entity.
Well, I don't know what else would happen.
Okay.
Because like there's plenty of other things that have happened to me in that apartment.
Yeah. I'd love to just stay focused on this one, if we can. It sounds like you were unable to come up with an explanation for this thing, and then, but you did. You ended up coming up with an explanation. So, can you take me through the thought process? Like, why did you go to a spirit being the explanation and not some other explanation? Like, I don't know, a roommate playing a prank on you, or the power blipping for a moment, or you actually got up to get a drink of water and you forgot about it and you flipped off the switch. Like, now I'm not saying that those happened, but why did your mind go for a supernatural explanation?
Because it's the only thing I can. I don't really need to prove it to anyone. I could just be like, oh, it was this, and I don't have proof that it wasn't or that it was. But like with something else, I have to like really think about it, and I feel like I'm gonna be crazy if I'm like, well, like I got up, but I didn't get up because I don't remember getting up, and I usually remember stuff like that.
Is assigning a supernatural explanation to that event easier than coming up with other explanations?
I would say yes, just because like I have mentioned, like I have experienced other things in that apartment. So.
But for this one main instance, like the one that you would say, this is a really good example of why I'm so sure that this is true. I'm just kind of really trying to understand why you would explain it with a supernatural explanation. You said that it is a little bit easier to come up with an explanation. Let me ask you this. Is it possible that the explanation that you're giving it really isn't the explanation?
It is possible.
Okay.
It could have been the power that just went off, but I mean, that's the only thing I can think of is that the power went out in the middle of the night, but I'm like 100% sure that it didn't.
Okay, you're 100% sure that that one explanation isn't it.
Yeah.
But you're like roughly 65% sure that it was an entity?
Yes.
Would you say that you're still 65% sure that these things exist?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. That was like 5 minutes.
Oh, was it?
Didn't it go by quick?
Yeah.
We can chat more about it if you want.
Sure. I want to know what you think, because you said you had an idea of something.
I had an idea of something?
Like
a topic?
No, like I'm sure it exists kind of thing, but it doesn't really exist. Or you said you had an idea.
Well, I thought a couple of explanations, of potential explanations for it, like maybe the power blipped, or you got up to get a glass of water, or a friend was playing a prank on you.
Okay.
But Yeah, okay, so to answer your question, I think what you're asking is, if that happened to me, I don't think I would go to the supernatural explanation.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that what you're doing is necessarily wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm fascinated by people who would go that way. Is this something that you want to be true? Do you want there to be spirits and presence of things playing little tricks on you and being explanations for things that we don't understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Is it possible that because you want this to be true, you're making it true?
It is possible. Because I'm probably lying to myself just so I could have a cool story to tell. I don't know. Because that's true. Like, you can make things true just, like, by thinking of it. So.
Oh. Are you in the medical field by any chance?
No.
Okay. Could you make it true that you are a pediatric heart surgeon and you're doing surgery today at noon?
No.
Okay. If you walked into that operating room, how do you think you'd fare, even if you really thought it was true?
I couldn't. I would get really bad anxiety. So I could not.
Okay. What would you think the patient should think if you strolled into that operating room and you just made it true in your mind that you could do the surgery?
They're probably hoping that I am able to do it. I don't know if they're going to be aware that I'm in there, like if they're going to be unconscious, depending on the surgery.
Right. I guess maybe the fundamental question here is, if you really thought it was true that you were capable of doing the surgery today, cutting up a little kid and messing with their heart,
I couldn't.
Would it make it true?
No.
Okay. So back to this whole not God thing. Back to the ghost thing. Are you really making the explanation true simply because you're thinking that that's the explanation?
Yeah. Because I don't have any other way of explaining it, and everything else just seems just like it's wrong.
Okay.
Even if I think of other explanations, I just think that they're wrong.
You dismiss other explanations and go for the supernatural one. Why?
I guess because I want to believe it's true.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, if I understand right, and we can wrap it up if you want. Because you want the belief to be true, you select that belief as the explanation for these events. Is that being honest with yourself?
No. Yes. No, but I want it to be true.
Thank you
I don't know, I just really like it, so.
Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate your talk.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, my hand's like really cold.
They're very cold. That's great. It's hot out here. I'll take cold hands anytime. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
You said this is going to be used for something.
If it's okay.
I was just wondering what it was going to be used.
I do have a YouTube channel where I can show your feet.
That's what I meant to, like, the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you're cool with that?
Yeah, well, I just want to know what it was so I could, like,
let me write it on the back.
And stuff.
Yeah. There's also my email on here.
Okay.
So you can message me. Because it's not uncommon for people to message me and say that they thought of a better example. Oh, okay. Or they say, Anthony, I've revised my confidence. I can't be 65%. Like I've moved up.
I feel like I'm not 65%.
Okay.
Just by these 5 minutes.
Can you tell me what's going through your mind? Like, where are you at now?
There's just too many things that have happened to me for me not to, like, completely believe it. But, like, with that one story, I feel like it's just, like, way big old gap between 65 and, like, 20.
what would your life be like if you allowed yourself to drop to a 20 on your certainty that there are...
Boring.
It would be boring.
Yes.
Oh. So you want the belief to be true, and you derive some sort of pleasure from believing in it. It makes life more exciting to believe it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can a person find life exciting, meaningful, without believing in things that may not be true?
Yeah. Not me, though, but I'm sure someone will.
Do you know anybody that can? That does?
I feel like my best friend is a good example of that.
There's my card. You have a friend that...
she doesn't believe in that stuff or anything. She's like, there's always another explanation for it. And it's like, nope, sorry. And like, I'm comparing like my life to hers, and I'm just like, what would I be like if I didn't believe that? And I'm just like, it's not very fun. At least to me, it doesn't sound very fun.
Okay. Hypothetical here.
Okay.
Let's say that you can choose a life that... I don't know how I want to phrase this. Let's say that you can decide to believe things, go through life believing things that are true.
Okay.
And have a little bit of fun. Or believing in things that are not true and having a lot more fun.
I'd still go with believing in the first one.
Which one? Believing in things that are true and having a little bit of fun? Hey, Mary. How are you?
Preach to this guy.
I'm glad to see you. Excuse me.
I'm glad to see you.
That's good. I was wondering where you were.
He was gone all summer. Now we had to come back.
Good, man. I'm glad to see you. We'll chat more.
Preach to him now.
Okay. One of my interviewees. She likes touching me. She's like always rubbing on me. She's a nice lady. Okay. You would prefer to, you said the first one, which I think was believe true things and have a little bit of fun.
Wait. Can you say them again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Would you be willing to sacrifice truth for fun? If you could have a little slider for the rest of your life, and you can move that gauge more towards truth, which is, let's say, that's on this side over here.
Okay.
And you can slide it over here, which is fun. Would you position it in the middle, or would you go to, like, over here by the fun side? Okay.
Yeah.
You'd rather have more fun in life than believe true things.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's how I am.
Yeah. Would you want the doctor you go to share that same view?
No.
Would you want the pilot who flies your next airplane trip to have that view?
No.
Would you want the person who fills your prescription at the pharmacy to have that view?
No.
Okay. You go to take a class, and it's important to your career. Would you want that professor to have that same view?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'd want them to have the same view.
You'd want a professor to value having fun over truth.
Can I put that one in the middle?
Okay. Why would that be any different?
Because, like, it's important, yes, but I feel like every class should, be a little fun, like, incorporate that into the...
You don't want to be sitting in a boring class?
Exactly.
Okay. So back to this specific belief, you said that, like, 65 seems kind of a high number at this point.
Yes.
And it sounded like you were talking about a lower number, or lower confidence that it's true. Has your life changed in any way by dropping from the 65 to a 20?
Yeah, I'm reevaluating everything that all these previous events. I'm just like, I'm questioning what I think happened now.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. You got plenty of water?
Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Enjoyed chatting with you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Have a good day.
You too.